So many of you at home are really trying to get your hips open in the downswing, and it's really causing a lot of issues.
So everyone, Milo Lines, Henry Fall back out here at beautiful Superstition Mountain. Thanks for joining us today. If you're new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you aboard. So Milo, we're really working on today, not twisting open that pelvis, doing it the right way. We're gonna be talking about number one in the world too, Scottie Scheffler. So I'm gonna go, I'll stand back here and go really slow. So I got the outside loops here. So I'm just gonna have a little back. Yeah, Milo, we see that every single day. People trying to rip their pelvis open, twist it open, right?
Yeah.
We all wanna get open.
Fire those hips. We gotta fire those hips.
The thing is, that's really not what we want to be doing. It's not the most efficient way to be getting open. And we want to get open and impact. You see it in the best players in the world.
The best players in the world all have their hips some amount open, their chest some amount open at contact. But they're not necessarily trying to fire everything, their lower half, as fast as they can.
No, and we just posted a video recently, and you guys probably saw the PGA Championship with Scottie Scheffler.
Yeah.
Amazing win, amazing performance. But he was working with his coach that week, Randy Smith, a PGA professional like us. And Randy was grabbing his belt loops. I'm just gonna go over here, Milo.
Yep.
His belt loops kind of from behind and helping Scottie feel that pattern in his pelvis. But was he really trying, do you think, trying to get Scottie to really open up and twist?
No. I think he was trying to get Scottie to get away from the ball.
We look throughout history with Scottie, and we've seen him work on certain drills and exercises to bring about better space. One of those was he used an extension on the bottom of his club or into the butt end, and he would basically make swings where he wouldn't whack himself or stab himself, something we like to do as well. But it helps him feel like he's got to be back and deliver the club kind of where he started, so he's got space.
And then when I turn through, I got to get my rear end out of the way, which is one of the things we've been working on for years.
You've got to get it to stay back, because go ahead and show.
And one thing Scottie does really, really well, even with some of his crazy footwork and sliding, is he backs up. He doesn't move in.
If we watch Scottie's sliding, he does have a significant linear component. He goes more lateral than most. But he also goes, when we watch his feet, they both go away from the ball.
Yeah.
He's not going toward that golf ball.
So let's take a look at the unique action of Scottie Scheffler. And at the root of his swing is really, let's focus in on space. And what he does so well is create and maintain space in his golf swing. Whereas so many struggle with this pattern of invading the space. So what you're going to notice is, go up to the top, he does lower a little bit towards the end of his backswing, and now he's really going to start to keep his depth. So you see that right glute push into that wall a little bit more, so he's already starting to kind of back up and keep his depth. Obviously this camera angle isn't perfect, but at least gives you an idea that he is creating that space. He does some interesting stuff with his head and neck tilts there in transition, probably to allow him to come from the inside of the ball. But you see his head backing away, you see his lead side backing away, and now you're going to see the after effects of some of that with his footwork, that trail leg kind of crossing back behind him, kind of a bowler look. Some baseball players actually work on this move as well, so it's an interesting pattern. But at the root of this golf swing, it's all about creating that space, something he's talked about before. Point being, he is moving back, whereas so many are moving into the ball, and that is causing a lot of issues. So you can see even in his finish, almost walking away towards the gallery. Pretty cool.
So everybody, before we get started walking you through the right way to do this, I just want to touch on some of the wrong things that I see from players. So what I really see, I see players winding up and then trying to fire their hips and keep their chest closed off as long as possible. So it's like their chest is closed and their hips are firing. Oh, that hurts.
Looks like an ouchie.
Even in static slow motion, that literally pulls a lot of stuff in my body, hurts.
Well, and you guys probably noticed by now, Milo has a alignment stick through his belt loops, and we've positioned this pretty much right in the middle, so both ends
Yes.
are a couple feet long. When you twist and contort your body like that, you get pretty stuck too. This is kind of Tiger's old Olay move that he struggled with.
Yeah, it's something I see a lot from kids.
Yep.
You know, they're generally rubberbacks, and so they can kind of get away with some of those things.
Yep.
Where we adults who are a little stiffer, you know, probably not going to work so good.
All right, Milo, we had to switch sides there real quick, just maintenance coming in. But basically this X factor that we're seeing people try to make, it's putting an unnecessary torque on their body. It's not really good for our body to be put in those positions, in our opinion.
Well, the thing is, we all create some amount of X factor in the winding phase of our golf swing.
Sure.
So we're winding up and we're creating this nice X factor. I just want to close that gap in my golf swing. I don't want to feel like I'm making my hips separate from my upper body. That, for me, it's painful.
Right.
And it doesn't make me go faster.
As far as ripping the hips open too, Milo, if you show that from down the line, the other thing we tend to see is that this pelvis, or you can look at Milo's belt line, gets very level or parallel to the ground. This is something I've struggled with in the past. So we're always we want to make sure that we're putting our pelvis a little bit more in an incline.
It starts off on some amount of incline.
Mm-hmm.
I like it to stay on plane, more or less. So I wind, you can see it's on the same plane it started on, and I unwind, and it's on the same plane on the other side. That's symmetry. For me, that's simplicity, creates space. When I wind, fire.
Right. Well, and you see it with the trail leg too. It's like everything's pushing in.
Yeah.
Right? The thought there for us anyways is that you're now invading the space, as we say. You're pushing in towards the golf ball. If you were to hit one where you invade the space,
I can't hit one.
well, yeah, with the stick there, you're not going to be able to hit one.
I'll miss.
Right?
I might rip my pants off.
But this is where you start to see someone early extend, push up out of the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Their chest tends to back away, and then you start getting some goofiness with the hands and arms to respond to all that.
For sure.
Let's now dive into the right way, the way we want to see it, and the way Scheffler, how that exercise he was doing with Coach Randy Smith was maybe helping Scottie with his ball striking.
When I watched what Randy was doing, he was grabbing a hold of each belt loop.
Yep.
And as Scottie wound up, he pulled the right hip away, so it created space. And then as he started down, it looked like he pulled both hips kind of this way,
Yeah.
away, and then he turned the left one. So it was away, away, away more.
I've heard that from you before. I've heard back, 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 but now I'm hearing away, away, away.
Yeah, I say back, 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 away, away, away. I've actually grabbed a hold of lots of people's belt loops and
Yep.
done that.
Great exercise.
It is. And what it creates for you is this awesome amount of space through here for you to be able to do whatever you want.
Right.
If you have space and you're a really talented athlete like Scottie is, obviously, he's got amazing hands. He's good at everything. If he's got space, he's going to hit good shots. If he starts sliding forward and invading the space, now he's taking away his ability to use his hands correctly, and he's just trying to put the club on the ball.
Right. So want to try one slow with that feeling where
Sure.
I hold your loops back.
Sure, let's do it.
So I'm going to go, I'll stand back here and go really slow. So I got the outside loops here. So I'm just going to have a little back. So I'll be able to slow that down. You guys will see how much space Milo really had.
Miles.
And the other thing is, he got hip rotation.
Oh, yeah.
But was that your focus?
I didn't even try to get hip rotation. I was just, I wasn't trying to do anything. I let you pull me along.
Yeah.
And
I wasn't like,
when I felt like I had even more space than I normally do, and
yeah.
this is not something I tend to struggle with. I move away, but I moved away a lot.
Let's do it again. So again, you just heard Milo say his focus wasn't about twisting, opening, turning the hips. It was space. It was actually creating a little hinge, if anything, right? That was pretty nice right there.
Yeah.
So do you want to go on the golf course and just have me hold your loops all day?
Probably not.
Probably shoot like a nice 65.
Might.
So how can you work on this on your own at home if you don't have a buddy to hold your belt loops, because you probably would look really weird on the range doing that.
Yeah.
But you could practice at home with like a chair.
A chair, you could use like a yoga ball, something that you can practice pushing back.
Yep. So the other exercise you could obviously do is put a belt loop, or a stick between or through your belt loops. Be a little careful with this one. We definitely recommend the cap side to be on the outside or the right side, trail side.
And this is an exaggeration drill. If I wanted to hit golf balls with this, which I see lots of PGA Tour players doing it, by the way.
Oh yeah.
It's very common. And what they're after is space. They're trying to feel right hip out of the way, right hip stays out of the way.
Yep.
For me, it's very easy. I can hit them as hard as I want with that drill. But in the beginning, I've actually seen people rip their pants off.
Oh.
So
maybe we should title a video that, how to not rip your pants off.
We're not trying to keep our hips turned this way and fire our arms down in front. All we're really trying to do is create the space away, keep that space away, and let that movement away move our arms out in front of us.
Now you have room. Now you're using your middle, the engine. This is how you swing like an athlete and what we talk about so often. You want to show him one a little bit more at full speed with that stick?
Sure.
And you're going to see how much room he has. And if you're someone that struggles with getting your trail arms stuck, that can also help with that as well. You did it at full speed there, but we highly recommend just hitting little chip shots at first. Maybe show them that learning speed we're after, Milo.
Yeah, learning speed is like 30% effort, 40% effort. So we're just moving this club through its full range of motion, but at a slow enough rate of speed where we can manage things. We're actually controlling it, because when we go full speed, it's more of a reflex. You're actually not really in control anymore. It's just happening.
Having played this sport now for about 25 years, I can say, to me, one of the best feelings in the golf swing, the best feelings for my ball striking, is space. When I can feel space and depth in my pelvis, it keeps my chest down and I can hit those quality strikes after the ball starts on line. Yeah. It really is one of the best feelings you can have. And most people never get it. So I really hope you guys will take what we've done here and apply it to your game. Slow things down and work on this.
And this concept that creates space for you also keeps you safe. So
bingo.
I get players from all over the place wanting to be able to swing without pain. This is one of the very first things I get to. We can swing safely, efficiently. It's a lot more fun when it doesn't hurt.
So there you go. Whether you're the #1 player in the world, Scottie Scheffler, or you're a 25 handicap at home that's struggling with low point control and pulls or slicing driver, work on this. Start here and you'll develop a better ball striking pattern, right?
For sure. Well, hopefully you all enjoyed this and you learned something. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you did. And we look forward to having you come visit us at milolinesgolf.com, where we can teach you to swing like an athlete with lots of personalized coaching just for you.